Welcome residents to Talk of the Town with Supervisor Dick Thurston. We're here during the week of July the 4th. I want to hope that you all had a wonderful holiday season. Unfortunately, the many people, particularly those that are related to Surfside down in Miami-Dade County, did not have a very fine day at all. We're really saddened by the loss and the continued losses that are being experienced down there. So in our hearts and our prayers, we want to reach out and let them know that we're all really concerned of the ongoing losses that are being suffered. Here on the home front, I want to cover a couple things today. One is talking about the flag retirement ceremony. Also some of the activities that we are undertaking here in the town to give you an update, and also the old Hopewell Road reconstruction, and all in that order. With respect to the flag retirement, we held our first annual flag retirement ceremony over at Slaughterhouse Park on All Angels and Myers Corner Road. And thanks to everyone for coming out. We had really a great event. The weather was fine, that particular morning. And earlier in the year, we had started our flag collection with a box that the Veterans Advisory Group had prepared and put outside of Town Hall. That is still there. And so the purpose of that is to collect flags that have outlived their service to our country. And what that means is flags that are torn, they're worn, they're frayed, they're discolored under the U.S. Flag Code, and also American Legions and other veterans organizations have recognized a process to retire American flags when they outlive their service. I'm raising this because I've gotten a number of very good inquiries, questions, outpouring of interest from our residents, and one of the basic comments that I have is, why do we burn a flag? A lot of people are under the belief that you should not be burning or damaging a flag, which is generally true. However, in the case of flag retirement, the actual mandated process, one of them, and that's been authorized, is to burn a flag out of tremendous respect when you're bringing it out of service. So what happens is that as we did here, we had a ceremony. We started with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. We also had the fire department, New Hackensack Fire Department, out. And we went through a service that ends up after the ashes cool down in our metal burn box. Then they are properly buried. We burn only the cotton and material that is made out of cotton-like materials. Rayon, nylon, we don't burn because that gives off toxic fumes, and there we undergo another retirement process that was not done on that particular day. So please, as your flags get frayed, old, discolored, bring them in, dump them, place them into the box that we have outside of Town Hall, and also our advisory group, Veterans Advisory Group, our fire stations, the police stations have also donated flags from their operation. So we had an excellent turnout, so thanks again for doing that. We have a number of ongoing initiatives, as you're aware, to honor our veterans, and I think the Veterans Advisory Group has really done an outstanding job in providing a variety of events and recognitions to our servicemen. As you know, servicemen and women, and also animals that have sacrificed their lives or sacrificed limbs and other parts of their life to our armed services. We have ongoing programs such as the Hometown Heroes banners. That program remains open. Anybody that's interested in having a relative or a friend recognized with a banner, we have an application process here, Town Hall, also online. We're also continuing to do paving bricks for Slaughterhouse and also Mart's Field. And we are planning many new events going forward, to raise awareness for our veterans and also financial support. We're working closely with Dutchess County, and particularly Adam Roach, who heads up the county initiative. He's a resident of our town and a very strong supporter of what we are doing. We always need more volunteers. The Veterans Advisory Group, led by Deputy Supervisor Kevin Hawthorne, is always looking for volunteers, so please reach out. You can reach out to my office, to Kevin, send a note or an email as well. So we want to continually to show our respect for, our appreciation of the many sacrifices that are being made on a daily basis by our veterans and our armed services themselves, various members of the armed services from, the community, the greater community of Wappinger. On renovation and reconstruction, we have been putting a lot of effort and time, and also monies, grant and town sponsored renovations. Just a couple of those that you're seeing is that we have out at Spook Hill Park on Spook Hill Road, the very active renovation of the Spook Hill facilities. This is phase 1. You will be hearing very shortly the board hopefully approving phase 2 for that particular project. Phase 2 will involve an infield track as well as various exercise areas for young and old alike. Keep in mind this is also being developed as a universal access park. That means that anyone with all sorts of disabilities will be able to use the field and the facilities. The bathroom facilities are now what are being worked on. The new parking area, which also includes handicap parking with an asphalt surface, is also being worked on. But stay tuned, for more good news regarding Spook Hill Park. Carnwell Farms continues to be facing renovation. The grounds are continue to be open, mowed, maintained, and a great place to visit. The mansion building itself, which is the first building as you come in up the drive, finally we're getting our temporary roof installed. We're putting a rubber layer over the current roof. That will save us a little bit of time while we decide what we are going to do with that particular building. So now we won't have to worry about continued water leaking in after rainstorms or snow. You'll recall that the board had decided that we would set next July as the date for making a final decision as to what to do with that particular building, whether it's to renovate it, to change its structure, or perhaps to tear it down, which I hope is not the conclusion that we reach. In any event, Carnwell is under a lot of changes, as are the Robinson baseball field complex off of Route Holt Way. This is right off of Robinson Lane. We have a number of projects that are ongoing relating to the fields, to the Challenger League field, also to dugouts, lighting, bathroom facilities. So we're trying to upgrade that, as we have found a renewed interest by our youth in baseball, little league, softball, and other activities that can use our fields and our facilities. So that's an ongoing process. This particular process has been championed by Councilman Al Casella, the 4th Ward. Each one of our board members has been very active in all of them. And Spook Hill, that's in Ward 3, Councilman Chris Phillips. Carnwell in Ward 1 of Councilwoman Angela Bettina. And Bill Beal has been also involved in all those, and we're now trying to identify a new playground facility for Ward 1. So stay tuned as those and many other projects are being considered and implemented by our town board and our various facilities, grounds, and facilities staff. So it's exciting times that we're seeing, for the rejuvenation of our parks, which has been a top priority of mine over the last 2.5, 3 years. And so, another area of development that I'm proud to say is now, taking place after about 20 years with a good, close cooperation and support of County Executive Marcus Molinaro and Commissioner Bob Balkine. He's the DPW, Department of Public Works Commissioner. Old Hopewell Road is now being rejuvenated. Basically, we're renovating it. The county is working on a combination of road widening, new intersections. You notice the one that's taken place at All Angels Hill Road and Hopewell, Old Hopewell. Also at Losey Road, we're doing a similar expansion. The road is being widened, if you notice that now. And during the next few months, you'll be seeing a lot more activities. We post on our website and on social media the updates. So right now we've just posted updates for the next 2 weeks. There'll be 3 crews working various parts of the roadway in order to deal with the expansion of the sides of the road, also to make sure that the shoulders are more safe for bicycling and walking. And that's going to take place throughout the rest of July. Later on in the end of July or early August, they'll start doing other major road work. Basically, you'll see them cutting off the tops of some of the really roller coaster effect on that road to enhance better visibility. And part of that will also affect the residents over on Shamrock Hills Drive, for which there will be a detour created, but I've been told that's going to be the end of July or early August. So stay tuned for news and announcements with respect to those activities, going, forward. But we will be continuing to post information as we get that, from the county Commissioner Balkine. In addition, we are now in the stages of planning, and I think the designs are all done for the new Hackensack and All Angels Route 376 roundabout that will be started either later this year or early next year. We'll also post advisories with respect to that particular project as it takes place. And then the final major road project that we're seeing on the drawing boards right now is really the reconstruction of the bridge that goes across, the Route 9 bridge that goes across Wappinger Lake. So that's also in the works for the town and the village going forward. Last but by no means least, you are seeing, reading, hearing the news with respect to the Delta variant of the COVID virus. This is now the predominant variant, and is very much going after people that have not had their vaccinations to date. So please, where you can, get vaccinated. It's very real. As you've seen in the South, a lot of hospitals are struggling with beds, with ventilators, as people go into more emergent care. Here in the county, the virus in the Delta variant does exist. Fortunately, our numbers still are maintaining a very low hospitalizations, and the town of Wappinger continues to have fewer than 5 active infections to this point. So please continue to observe social distancing where there is that opportunity. Wash your hands. If you're in close quarters with a lot of people, the CDC is advising to continue to wear masks. But please get vaccinated if you can. Many of the county facilities that they work with in partnership, particularly with pharmacies, have supplies of vaccine readily available. So please let us know if you have any questions on any of the topics of today or anything else. Give me a call, stop by. And until the next time, please stay safe and remain well. Thank you.